What's going on, everybody? Okay, so look. Today I'm going to show you how to run the cannon with one man. The tutorials here that they have, don't get me wrong, they're great. There's some YouTube videos that you can watch. But in that video, they show a four-man team running a cannon. In this game, very rarely ever more than a two-man team. I've only seen a two-man team running one cannon, but for the most part, it's just one person running the cannon. And that's where I struggled, so I had to figure it out. Now, when you load up the server, you'll see all these different things, and the mode is really what you're looking for here. Skirmish, that's your battles. And you got drill camp. Alright, so you can join any of these. There's no big thing on joining them. You can just USA, CSA. You want to be on the north or the south, but it doesn't matter. You're just sitting here firing a cannon. Okay, so on bottom right there, I hit join server. We're going to join into this bad boy. I'm going to select that I want to train with artillery, and we'll get into this. Now, you can also train with your, with your muskets and everything if you wanted to practice with your infantry aiming, because there are targets set up that you're firing at, and if you get close to the target, or if you hit the target will pop up on your screen showing you where you hit it, which is, that's a good thing, don't get me wrong, especially if you're doing infantry there and you're aiming that musket, because that takes a lot of practice to sit there and aim. But we're going artillery today. Just going to select one, I don't care. We're going to go with private. Officer is how you're, you got your binoculars, you're seeing the peeps, showing them where to shoot. NCO is right below officer. Don't really know the difference between private and NCO when it comes to firing the cannons and everything, so I'm just going to stay private. Get deployed here. Doesn't matter where you deploy. No found deployment available. Opt in. I went too far back. We're going to do this one. Alright, fine. Oh, that's no forward deployment, so I can't deploy on my people. That's what that was saying. Okay. We're going to hit C so we can double quick. This is the wrong spot. You have to go. Like, you see all these cannons, but this is not where you're running to. This is just like stage for the looks. Let's run behind these wagons and see if I can find the cannons back here that you're actually shooting. I was wrong again. In their tutorial video, this is where you start out. You're starting out with a couple other folk. And then your little commanding officer being kind of funny and stuff like that, getting you started. Let's run behind this fence and behind this corn crop, see if it's over here. Bear with me just a moment and we're going to find these cannons. I'll probably fast forward through this part. Okay, we heard cannon fire from this direction. We heard it from this direction. We know others are training. Okay, see, I've been sprinting, and my guy's getting all out of breath. Hard to run, so we're just going to stay with a double quick and run through the corn like children of corn. I think those white specks that you see on the screen dead in front of me, if you can even see them, I think those are the targets. So maybe my cannons are over here. I gotta stop running. I gotta remember to stop running. You can hear my character heavy breathing right now. It's crazy. It's gonna pick that up. Okay, so my targets are definitely right here. But I could be running up into the infantry training spot. That's an issue. I may be running through the complete wrong spot. Ooh, I can't jump in that. Okay. Aha! I have found the cannons, and you can see people loading cannons over there. Let's try to sprint, get over there quickly, so we can get this going. Jump over there. Jump over there. Alright, now that we're here, we're going to go say howdy to our folks we got over here.
Is it because it's called Rhode Island, it's surrounded like, you know, like bodies of water, like the northern part of the state's like, there's like a giant river or something?
We're just called the Ocean State. Have a lot of, like...
Oh yeah, well, tell that to your neighbors up north, the Massachusetts.
Massachusetts has, like, one island.
So?
I like to make the joke that,
you have, like, 12.
Well, Rhode Island has the most streets. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to scare you.
Most what?
It has the most roads, so we call it Rhode Island. I'm just messing. It's totally a joke that I like to make. It's so stupid. I know. It's
Don't
such
look
a
at me.
joke.
I'm from Indiana.
Oh,
No.
best state in the United States. Yes, sir.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that party come up?
Union State.
We're the rudest state.
Man, I'm actually from Florida. I'm actually Southern man over here. But
I've been to Florida one time in my life.
Did you defect?
It was actually nice.
defect?
No, actually, yes and no.
You wanna join the Union?
I went up. I moved to Indiana for a year, and I spent a year in Ohio. I was just trying to find where I wanted to live the rest of my life, but I ended up back in Florida. But Indiana, man, they had the best taxes, best gun laws, and best politics for what I was looking for compared to the rest of the states throughout the United States.
Cowboy.
What it is.
Cowboy, do me a favor. Wait, hold up. Cowboy, do me a favor. You shoot me with a gun. I want you to shoot me with one of those cannons over there.
No team killing on the 8th Connecticut server.
Okay, fine.
No, come on, bro. Can I shoot you at least? Come on.
It's not my rule.
Well, he says no, so Oddball is saying that apparently this server, he doesn't know if it's like something we could put friendly fire on or not. I want to test it.
They had drill last night, and they want to test the cannons out to see how the gunners were on target.
Yeah,
like
well, they would know that
target.
if they got they would know that when they got hit, but they don't need to die in order to happen.
We do.
I'm not
okay.
gonna break up my commander's rules. I'm sorry.
Okay, no big deal. I'm gonna get back to my practicing over here. I said get back to it. I haven't even started yet.
But by the way, Cowboy, I'm just gonna let you know right now, Indiana's about to be a constitutional carry.
While I was up there, I was told it was already, and you didn't need a gun permit to open carry.
I do not know yet. I haven't got an update from local news channels unless they don't want to cover it.
Gotcha. See, I have a concealed carry permit from down here in Florida, and they honor that. So the whole 2 years I was up north there, I open carried all my guns and everything, and nobody ever said anything to me.
I mean, the difference between open carry and constitution is one and the same.
Right. Just one of them, you don't need a gun permit, as long as you're not a felon and get caught with your weapon.
Exactly.
Go to Wisconsin, right? Or even Michigan. Oh my God.
And see, I visited Michigan a lot while I was up there. Yeah, I was in Michigan quite a bit.
I never lived in Michigan, but I used to live in Wisconsin.
I love shift watching that, just, you know,
and see, I got
along the Great Lakes, you know, just swimming away to Detroit or something.
I got a big jacked up truck, so when I moved up there, I was in perfect conditions to drive in the snow and ice, and I had never done it before, and everybody was telling me how bad it was going to be and how I was going to total my truck and this, that, and the other. And while I was up there, man, I had an absolute blast slinging my truck around in that snow. And everybody that started telling me, even though I had lived there for a bit, they were like, you know, you're going to wreck your truck. And I was like, y'all just don't know how to sling your trucks in mud. That's all I was doing, mud and wet grass. And then I come up there, and it's doing the same thing. Whip that rear end around and have a good time.
Oh, that's yeah, you can tell that's a Reed Timber. He understands.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, though. You can't get your car buried in mud on the highway. You can get it buried in snow.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true. Yes, sir.
I've seen that before. I've seen whole highways piled with snow.
Alright, so back to my tutorial. I'll probably continue to talk to these fellas. I didn't expect to be having a good conversation in this tutorial, but
if you got a snack on shit.
so you do have two different cannons. You have these black and steel, or it's probably not steel, but this black cannon, and then you have these bronze cannons. Okay, they're two different size cannons, and they have two different ammos. So you have 10-pound gun, that's your black one, and then if you come over here, you have a 12-pound gun, and that's your bronze one, okay? Now, the big part of this is you have to be standing on a certain side of the cannon to do everything, okay? So, let's see. This one does not need to be plunged. It has not been shot yet, okay? So we're going to run over here, and we're going to grab some ammunition. You have two different types of ammunition. You have canister, and you have shell. Case? I have no idea. Haven't figured that one out.
I'm about to practice the canister here in a moment. But not from your target. I'm talking about the target.
I don't know what happened to my computer there. Recording's still running. Everything seems to be running just fine. My mouse is still working. We're going to keep going. Okay. So we're going to take a shell. Alright? The difference between shell and canister, your shell is one big ball that's being shot. Your canister is like a shotgun blast. It's got like, I don't know the exact number, but I'm going to say it's got 5 bullets in it that just kind of spreads out like a shotgun blast, like a buckshot. Alright? So you have to stand on a certain side of the cannon. You see it's not letting me put any ammo in. Come over here. Oh no, it's still not letting me put the ammo in. Okay, so maybe this one has been shot. And so it does have to be plunged. It just wasn't giving me the option. Oh no, and now I can't get in front of this cannon to actually load this ball. Let me see if one of these fellows will help me. So, on these servers, there's, you know, the unlimited ammo, so you can't, like, go put your ammo back in the crate over there. Can one of y'all pull...
They did not fix that. They should fix that, though.
Definitely. So this cannon's been shot, and it wouldn't let me plunge it. It didn't give me the option anyway. Do y'all mind pulling that other cannon back for me, so that way I can load this shell in that cannon over there?
Oh, this one?
Yes, sir, unless you can plunge it.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah, either one. If you can plunge this one for me, that would be great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, actually, you can roll cannons.
Oh, I knew you could. I just couldn't do it with the shell in my hand. Thank you, fellas, getting me started there.
Yeah.
Alright, so you see he stood on the right side. If you're looking at the cannon, it's the left side, but if you're behind the cannon, you have to stand on the right side. I hope that doesn't confuse you. Pretty much when you're plunging and when you're loading, you're looking at the cannon, so imagine you have to stand on the left side of the cannon to plunge it. Yet again, I'll plunge it and you will see that. Okay, so then you get on the opposite side so you can load your rounds. And you see how it says it there? I press F as in Frank, stick that bad boy in there, walk to the other side of the cannon, and you can ram it down. So you ram and you plunge on the same side of the cannon. Alright, so let's walk around here. And you see, to grab the tail to aim it, it's not letting me grab it. So if I walk to the other side, there, it pops up. So it'll pop up again for me. There we go. You pick up the tail, which is actually spelled trail, but I'm just going to call it the tail. So you can turn it left and right, and if you hold your shift button while you're turning, you can do it faster. You see what I'm saying, okay? So let's put this down. You also can change its elevation. It has a screw in the back. Yet again, you have to be standing on a certain side. You have to stand on, now, as you're looking down the cannon, it's the left side of the cannon. you're going to press F. And then with your left and right, with your up and down, which is W and S, if you're using default settings. Look at that. That guy at 268 yards is still hitting that target. Very proud of that man. But you can actually see how this has an iron sight on it. So we're taking that iron sight, and that's how we're aiming at our target there, okay? I'm going to keep it right here. I'm going to press F to get off of it. Alright? It's loaded, it's rammed, it's aimed. Now, still on the left side of the cannon, you will look at it where it says prime cannon, and you press F. Back up from the wheel, and click to pull the trigger. Boom, baby. Alright, you see I missed my target. I sure enough missed it. Alright, so since it just got fired, we're going to go ahead, get to the left side of the cannon, because you're facing down the cannon, and you're going to F the sponge. I keep saying plunge, but sponge the cannon. No, sir, I appreciate it. I'm actually doing a tutorial on how you can run these cannons by yourself. You don't have to have a team of people. You can go ahead and load that one in since it's in your hands. Go right ahead, bud.
Here.
Alright, so you see how he stood on the right side. Now I'm going to come to the left side, and I'm going to ram it. Perfect. Rammed it down in there. Okay. So you can move it left and right, or forward and back by pushing the wheel. One person can do this, and if you hold shift, you do it a little bit faster. But if two people are moving these wheels, it goes a whole lot faster than this, you know. That's why both of them were moving it earlier, okay? So we're just going to move it up a little bit. We'll leave it right here, no big deal. Okay, so we're going to change our elevation. Oh no, I hit prime cannon by accident. He just used a canister shot. Woo! Alright, and kaboomy. Which I missed again. I'm doing horrible. Absolutely horrible. Alright, well, since it got shot, we're going to go ahead and sponge our barrel. Perfect. We're going to run back here. Oh, this one ain't even open. Look at that. So we're going to press F to open this if you ever find one that's closed. And we're going to grab a canister shot. So we're going to shotgun blast this bad boy. Okay, run back to it, which I should have went the other way, because you have to be on the now right side of the cannon to load this in. So we're going to get over here, insert round. Okay, get on the left side of it. We're going to ram it. Ram that bad boy all the way down that cannon. Perfect. Okay, we're going to move it forward. I'll grab my wheel. As you can see, you can grab either wheel. I'm going to hold shift to try to get this going a little bit faster, especially since I'm doing this by myself. This is the fastest way to do it. Alright, that's close enough for me. Press F to get off that. We're going to go ahead and change the elevation. No! I keep hitting prime cannon. You have to make sure on where you're looking. Okay, if you wanted to cancel this, you can walk far enough back, and it unprimes the cannon. You see that? So now you would have to prime it again. We're going to turn elevations through. Okay. And you see we're a little high, so we're going to bring it down a little bit. I brought it up. We're going to bring it down a little bit. And we're going to move it a little to the right. Just a hair. Just a hair. We have to back up, grab the tail. And we're going to... We have to use A as in apple to move it to the right. D as in dog to move it to the left. Because you're moving your character left and right, but that's moving the cannon right and left, okay? Look at him with his canister shot over there. Alright, so I knew it needed to be moved just a little bit to the right. If you're a little worried you still may miss your target, you can grab your elevation screw so you're aimed down again. Oh yeah, look at that. See, I moved it way too far. Way too far. Let's grab our tail again. We're going to move it this way. This way. Okay. Let's look down our elevation screw one more time. You know what? We're going to bring it up just a little. Just a little. That was probably too far. Let's try to make that in line with the top of the wood of that target. That's what we're going to try. Okay? Prime our cannon. Stand behind the wheel. Get away from the wheel is what I should say. And pull the trigger. Missed again. Oh my gosh. And this is why you have to practice, you know what I'm saying? You just practice. Let's see if these guys can give us any tips and tricks here. Okay, so I keep missing my target. So when you're aiming with your elevation screw, is there a way to zoom in so you're actually looking down the full iron sight? Or are you just looking down the cannon at that tip iron sight?
So what I'm looking at, I'm aiming. I'm not looking at the iron sight. I'm looking at my range. I want to always put my cannon in the same position at a last. Usually I think it's around 6 rolls forward. That way you can keep track of your elevation and understand what they're at. That's why if you practice more, write down your ranges.
Right.
To understand.
Yeah, like the one on the left, far end, is apparently 270. The one I'm shooting at is 210.
I don't know which one or how far this one is from to the right here, but I guess it's around 200. Right?
Yeah,
so
you can probably do that.
Yeah, so you make your range assumption.
Sprung my barrel. I thought I spun it, but apparently
sure will.
Answer.
We're going to run over here for him and sponge his barrel. So we're going to be on the left side. Sponge it. Okay,
yeah,
now see, in game, if you have that shot in hand.
You don't need to ram it, I can ram it.
Okay, no problem. You can actually go and put it back in your wagon over here full of ammo. But now we're on a training server here, and they have infinite ammo on. So once you have that shell or canister in hand, you can't come and put it back. And you put it back the same way you took it out. You just come over here, press F in any empty slot, and it'll just the character will just put it right back in there. No big deal. Alright, did I ram my cannon? Or sponge my cannon? Dang, see, I got the terminology mixed up there. Perfect. Alright, we're going to grab another canister shot. I'm going to try to shotgun this thing. And I have honestly already forgotten. Oh, also I need to let y'all know, the reason these cannons are bigger is because they can fire further. You know what I'm saying? These rounds go further, these brass cannons, the 12 pounds, go further than those black cannons, those 10 pounders, okay? And we're going to come over here, ram it down. I'm going to see what he's talking about with elevation. Does a number pop up? Have I just missed that this whole time? Turn elevation screw, length of fuse, time of flight, range, elevation. Let's go down. Look at that. So look, they're not even using the iron sights like what I was doing. On the bottom right, you have your range, 170, and your elevation number there. So he said these are at about 150. I do believe that's what he said. Oh, but our range won't go down to 150. It will only go to 170. So we're going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it back down. Try to get it at 170. And we're going to leave the cannon where it sits, because it's a little further back. Okay? Now we're going to prime our cannon. Back up. Fire. Look at that, fellas. Look at that. Good for me. GG to me. Good stuff. Alright? Let's grab our tail. Oh no, I'm sorry. We gotta grab our wheel to move it. And we can't grab that tail because it has gotten so close to our wagon back there full of ammunition. So we have to move our wheel and move it back forward. We're gonna get it about halfway, about almost in line with him. I think he's a little further up, but we'll find out how it goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and sponge our barrel. You can't forget that. You have to sponge the barrel before loading a new round. We're going to do a shell this time. And I think on the next round, we're going to do case, because I'm not sure what that ammunition is. On looking down the barrel, you're on the right side. Insert your round. Got to come up for me. Come on. And once you get good at this, man, you can be in game and you can run through this, man. You can get this going. You know where to stand, and you can just run through it. We're going to ram the round. I had to be on the same side as sponging, which is the left side if you're looking down the cannon. You're looking backwards down the cannon. Okay. We're going to aim it real quick, see what we're looking at. Make sure I hit elevation screw and don't prime it. Alright. So, we are at range of 170. 33-degree elevation. Can we bring it up some? Ooh, no, we can't. Let's leave it right there at 33. We don't need to move it left or right. It seemed to be right underneath that target, so that's where we're going to leave it. Okay, fellas? Prime our cannon. Back up and pull the trigger. It appears I completely missed with that cannonball. Move it forward. If y'all can hear me that far away, what is the difference between the case ammo? Like, I understand canister and the other, but what is case?
Case is explosive.
Explosive. Okay. Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, so the thing about case,
You're speaking kind of low for me. Can you speak up a little bit?
yeah, can you hear me? Is this better?
That's a little bit better. That's okay. I can work with it.
Okay. So, basically, if you are using case, you're using mainly explosive, but it's not really going to hit the ground and explode. It's going to kind of explode near the ground right before it hits the ground. So that's going to be more of a suppression round. It's not really meant to kill anybody. It can, but it's mainly a suppression. So like their stamina and stuff like that, if it's really low, can't kill them. But it's
yeah,
not
shell will just give people shell shots if it actually hits somebody and explodes their body, but it's gonna put them in suppression for the black and white vision.
Okay.
Haze kills multiple. So.
And then I know your canister shot is like a shotgun blast. It's got like 5 to 7 BBs that's just firing out.
But you have to angle it depending on how far there are.
And I would only use canister if I close enough to the battle where it could absolutely be effective.
Like a shotgun.
Yeah. 200 meters would be ideal to me, but that also puts you at risk if you fire. I would only have it clear because it's swinging fast.
Gotcha.
That's deadly. And I also never want to shoot canister if I don't know. Like, I would never shoot canister if it
Okay.
I don't shoot canister unless I'm threatened.
Gotcha. Okay, thanks for y'all's help. Awesome.
Yeah. And the shell.
I mean, you can still use shell. It's just that if there's like a whole infantry, and if you want, do some damage first, then switch to shell to suppress the remaining infantrymen. Then case first, then shell.
Okay. I like it. Nice tactics. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
But since you got shell mostly instead of case on these Napoleons, you might, you know.
Case, I just want to let you know, case does not bounce. So you have to hit
Right
where you want to hit.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Right, that's what I figured. When it hits the ground, it's blowing up.
As I told you about the fuse, right? I already told you about fuse. It depends on the fuse time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright,
Once again, because I saw Joe Cody's video, he got counter battery and there was like a fuse right at his feet and he realized, oh shit, it hasn't gone off yet. So I was like, wait, you put the fuse time for like a long period? You can do that?
Gotcha. Okay.
So, now, if you excuse me, I am glitched.
I sure will. Which one do you need me to sponge, bud?
Actually it needs ramming.
Oh, okay.
After that, I guess I'll just call it. No, I'm not calling it quits. I'll hang around, you know.
See if
Only,
he's able to
you
fire
know,
the
just in
cannon.
case.
He sure was. Okay. So what happened to him there? It hasn't happened to me yet, but I've seen it happen to a few other players. He had loaded his round in, but his sponge never came back into his hand, so he could not ram that down. Now, with that in hand, being glitched the way he was able to go to the elevation screw, and it got rid of the glitch. I have seen that happen. Say it again?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you come ram for me?
Sure will.
Yeah, because...
Oh, so both of y'all have received this glitch. Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's like a thing where if you grab it, it only happens on like drills. Like if you grab a cannonball and you put it in, it just keeps it in your hand, but it's still in the barrel.
Gotcha. Well, this been rammed for you. He just fell out. That was funny.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be back.
Alright, let me see. Let me sponge my barrel.
To be fair.
I'm going to go grab... Hopefully I don't get whatchamajigger. Alright, so we're not going to use a case because it's just an explosive round. It's not really... It's probably not even going to pop up on the target if I was close to it. So what they were explaining is case is explosive. When it hits the ground, it blows up and it can kill multiple targets right there, okay? And then the guys that didn't get killed are going to get shell shot. So they're going to get to that black and white screen. They're going to be all dizzy. They're not going to be able to aim. They're going to be doing like this while they're aiming, and that's just not going to work out. So if you grab the canister right after or the shell right after, you could probably get a good amount of people killed just right there in that one spot where you hit with that case ammo. Alright, so we're going to go back with canisters because it seems to be the only way I can hit my target. Especially since the target is so close, why not? It's going to be pretty effective. This will probably be my last shot here. Insert my round. Don't glitch on me. Don't do it. Perfect, it didn't do it. Ah, ran it. We're going to go aim it. Got to get our elevation screw. Alright, so our elevation is currently at 40 whatever's there, as you can see at the bottom right. Oh, it was at negative. Oh, wow, okay, so it was pushed way down.
I guess it's just me and you.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, because this is probably going to be my last shot, and then I'll be calling it for the day so I can get this video edited put together.
Okay. I was just seeing your deficiency, and maybe I can help you out a bit better.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to stay at 170 yards, 0.33 elevation degrees there. Prime our cannon. I'm about to fire. I have it set at 170, because it won't go any lower.
Yeah, no, that's the minimum range when you set it to minimum.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, so you're aiming at the near target, the 140.
That is correct. See, he said they were 140, and I'm using Canister Shot, so that way I can at least try to hit my target, and the target pop up on the screen. Only one of those bullets hits the target.
So that means you have to elevate it a bit. If it's canister, you gotta elevate.
Ooh, okay.
Just like I did on the 10-pounder over there, shooting at the... Which button is the point?
Gotcha. Well, I do appreciate y'all's help today. Y'all have given me some good information. I even learned a little bit. Heck yeah. Hopefully your buddy comes back. Y'all can continue on.
He ain't my buddy. He just joined.
Oh, just a random? Gotcha.
Yeah, both of y'all are randoms, and I'm part of the 8th Connecticut. I'm just in here to train.
Gotcha. Well, that worked out then. That worked out perfect. Alright,
Yeah,
man. You stay safe.
I mean, I guess. Have a good one.
You too. By the way, fellas, if you hold your tab button, that brings up and shows the who too. So he was oddball, this fella here. Alright, we're going to leave the server. Sometimes your game will crash when you hit leave server and it'll just close the game out. You didn't have to even hit exit game. I only left the server because I wanted to finish up and save these things and have the screen up. Let's see. No, I think that's really it. Most of the time, if you're going to leave a server, you're probably playing with some buds, like how I played with Bleach Jug, and we just wanted to go select a different server. But, for the most part, what I have found out is when you look for servers, I just join the highest number of players. Because, I mean, you're not going to get much of a scrimmage going. It's like, you know, it's you versus your buddy. I mean, I guess you could do that and have a good time. And so, you know, this one has 0 of 300. But now, if this one is full, this one's got 300 or 300 people, you would have to go down to one of these. But by that time, when you're coming in, it's probably got 5 to 10 people in it, or somewhere around of that nature. So you'll have, you know, 2 teams of people. This is a locked server anyway. I don't even know what that means. I guess that's somebody owns that server and he doesn't want people to join. Well, it says Friday night. Whatever. So anyway, I hope you guys learned something. I even learned a few things today, so that's pretty cool. If y'all have any questions, drop them in the comments. If y'all want me to do a better tutorial, if this one wasn't good enough for you, I will definitely do another tutorial, trying to explain things a little bit better, I reckon. But until then, hope y'all stay safe, don't y'all die out there, and enjoy firing those kills. Y'all come back now, you hear?